The role of teachers is very important in any student's life. If I am standing here as a successful journalist, it's only because of my teacher. I am going to introduce to one of my teachers who has been inspirational in my life, Mr. Chirag Sharma from lovely Professional University. Have a seat, sir. How will you sum up your experience as cultural coordinator?
It has been a very overwhelming experience with all the positive vibes. Everything happens for our own good. It takes a lot of courage and self-belief to stay on top, which is not easy, but I was fortunate enough to be surrounded by fabulous students and witnessing their work. It was such a surreal experience for me. Staying on top again, it's not easy, but it was because I feel always like a pressure is privilege, and very few experiences that. So I would say that the experience was superlative and it will always remain the same.
Did you face any challenges during that tenure?
The challenges, there are many challenges that I faced. Physically, it is not easy to coordinate those events till that much amount of time, because we have 9 to 5 working, and then after 5 to 11 or maybe 1 or 2, it takes a lot of time to basically spend, but mentally it was not easy. Physically, I faced a problem of vocal cords where I clearly remember on 23rd of March was the competition, and on 10th of March I was diagnosed with a vocal cord problem where I just was having some issue and I spit the thing out, and it was totally filled with blood, and I was very much panicked at that point of time, and I immediately went from university to doctor, and doctor said that you have to take 10 days off, and it clearly made my morale down, because I know that we were very close of winning the competition, 10 and 12 days, and I knew that my presence was very much important for the team to win. That was very tough physically, and 10 days I just have to think that I have to go and win this competition for the team, and I cannot let them down. So that's where it was very upsetting moment for me. But 10 days I just had to, like, those 10 days were very difficult, and I did not tell anybody until they got to know about that on that particular day, on the day of competition, 23rd of March, where my voice was totally gone. And it was very, very, very difficult moment, and I never thought of giving up, but I could not speak at all. So that was very difficult, and I had to communicate everything by writing everything down on the very important day. But touch wood, I had very supportive students. They clearly were very, you can say, very supportive. So that was very difficult moment, but at the end of the day, when I saw those smiling faces after the victory, it got me. I got over that pain, but obviously after that I had to take 7 days off to regain my voice. So because that was very physically challenging. Mentally, it's not easy. It is not easy because whenever everybody expects you to do well, so mentally it's a very difficult challenge.
What's in you that you get extraordinary results?
What's in me that I get extraordinary results? Good question. What is important to me is to give my best, and I never give up. I say the same to my students. Whatever the atmosphere is, whatever you do, whatever you are doing, if you are giving your best at a particular moment, that is good enough for you to go and win the competition. That's what we have done in all the competitions that we go into. Even I remember various competitions that we were not going to be the favorites to win the competition. Eventually we won because of the courage and the self-belief that we have. And if I'm going to the competition, I always think that I'm going to be the one who's going to win the last prize, that is the first prize. To basically win the competition, you need to have self-belief and lots of guts. And if you work hard and if you're doing the things right and if you're conveying the things right to the students, that eventually takes care of everything.
You have got so many memorable victories. What's your best?
The best victory. There are lots of very great victories that I had, but one of the standout victories was Spectra 2017 because it is a competition which CSE has never won before. Obviously, they have not won One India before, but that was a victory where I had to spend every night, every day on planning of how we can win this victory. We can basically win the competition. The competition was very tough because the schools that we are competing against, especially School of Management and School of Business and Fine Arts, they are the people who are favorites to win the competition. You are not supposed to win the dance and literary competition on the basis of this. Obviously, we have very good strengths, CSE school, but to get the literary competition and the dance competition and against the best schools in the world, it takes schools in the university, it takes a lot of courage. And again, you just have to believe. Again, the belief was there, hard work was there, students were there, and everything were great. 2nd November was very emotional because although when the competition started, we started very early, but still we have to go there and perform, and all the students did fantastically well. And the courage and guts, determination, self-belief was very much there. So 2017 Spectra is going to be the standout moment for me in my career.
When did you decide that this might be your last semester as a cultural coordinator?
When did I decide that this might be my last semester? Actually, it was decided in 2018 when I won One India. I wanted to convey to my mentor, my head, that this might be the last semester, but obviously I wanted to do more laurels for my school, so I want to bring more trophies to my school. But in 2018, the semester, August semester, I decided that it might be my last, and the competition where I decided it might be my last was inter-school play competition. And after witnessing the performance of my students, they were performing a play on Mahatma Gandhi, and as soon as they finished up with their practice, I went outside that room and I cried bitterly. And that was a very tough moment for me because I thought it was the right moment to call, and I knew that they were the ones who will win the competition. They won the 2nd prize, but again, that was the moment where I decided, yeah, this might be my last semester as a coordinator.
What's the best part of it?
The best part of this coordinatorship is to witness the smile on many faces of the students after winning the competition, to witness the hard work rewarded with success is one of the important parts, the best part of the competition. Creative, all the fabulous works, all the creative work, experiencing that is also one of the best part of the competitions.
And the worst part?
The worst part of this competition is when you are competing against the people that you have competed with. That is the worst part. For example, I was competing with people of Odisha in 2018, but at the same time I was competing against the people of Kerala, whom I have won first prize 1 year prior. That was not easy because although they have got the 2nd prize, but seeing them disappointed of getting the 2nd prize was not easy for me as a mentor. And there are some structures that we take around 40 days to complete. 40 days, for example, last time in Odisha, there was a Ram Mandir. We took around 40 days to complete that structure, and the next day it was of no use. So the structures that you create for so many days are of no use after the next day. It is the worst part of these kind of competitions.
Which is your career defining moment, and what's the toughest event to win?
The toughest event. to win? I would say One India is the most toughest event to win. Why? Because when the students combine from different states together, it will be very tough to beat those states on a regular basis. Like for example, 2017 I got Kerala, I think, which is one of my career defining moments, where we won the first prize. But again, we were like going there to compete with the best people, and we know that the students from different states, when they come together, they always try to win for the state, and just when you're representing your state, you always give your best. That's where the competition becomes harder. But again, if you focus on yourself, of what you are doing and what tools you have and what kind of students, and whether you have faith in those students to pull through your victories, you get good results. So One India is the most toughest event to win. One World is somewhere draw plays a part, but in One India, even if you have got a good draw, even if you have not got a good draw, the students, if they want to win for the states, that basically makes this competition the hardest most to win. Yes, it's the most hardest.
Is there anyone whom will you dedicate this achievement to?
There are many people that I want to dedicate these achievements to. Firstly, I would thank my mom, because she always says that Chirag, you have to perform. Secondly, my dad, that he always says that Chirag, you never give up, because unless or until the competition over, there's everybody's chance to win the competition. Thirdly, I would like to dedicate these achievements to my wife, because she always gives me confidence that you are the best among us, so you always going to try to win every competition. Fourth, I have to dedicate this award to Nagpal sir, because he always gives me encouragement. Gaurav Pushkarna sir, my HOD, because he always gives me freedom to perform, and he always have encouraged me every time. But my pillar of success is my mentor, Dr. Rajiv sir, because he has given me this opportunity. So everything I am, it's only because of him. So I would say these are the people that I would dedicate all my achievements to.
Is there any chance that you will come back?
Is there any chance to come back? I hope so. I am doing a particular work which will take me time to complete that. If I am successful in doing so, which I am hopeful of, hopefully by the end of the semester I may think of coming back. But I definitely want to come back to winning ways, because there are some competitions that are left in my kitty to achieve those results. I still want to be the person who has won the hat trick of One India. So I want to win One World first prize. This is one of the things that are in back of my mind. I hope so, but again, it's not a surety. Let's hope for the best. Hopefully I'll come back.
What message will you give to students who follow you?
The message that I want to give to my students is that, first of all, if you have all the tools with you to perform to the best possible level, and if you have time and space to do that, you should perform. You should not think that if I'm not around, that you will not be performing at a particular level. If you have done wonders for your schools, you should not stop doing that, because at the end of the day, the school will be more proud of you and your achievements. Everybody is there to encourage you. You should not stop participating. You should always try to give your best shot in every competition, whether I'm there or not. But I still want that. I want to see that winning feeling of yours when you go to your stage, because that's the most important feeling that I can experience as a mentor. I'll be more happy that if you participate and win competitions on a regular basis, rather than waiting for my return, which I don't think so it's certain. But again, I would say that if you have the tools to perform at a particular level, you should go there and win the competition, because I'll be the most happiest person by then.
Do you draw inspiration from students?
I have always drawn inspiration from students, because I have seen them grow like stars, because I think that if the students, they are working extremely hard, that gives you motivation to work even harder than them. And that's what I've experienced in One India 2018, where there was a student named Gaurav, and he was accompanied with Rahul along with Shivam. They were like pushing themselves to the limit. They were hardly sleeping, they were hardly doing any other work. They have left their studies aside, although that is not the thing that we convey to them, but still they were focused everywhere, and the focus really pushes you to the limits, and importantly that gives you even great motivation to work even harder. And that's the inspiration I always drawn from students, the hard work, dedication and the courage to win.
What kind of impact and impressions does the cultural activities leave on students?
The cultural activities are very impactful because first of all, it gives the students the confidence to perform at different stages. Like students perform, if they perform good in university levels, they go to inter-university levels, then they go to nationals, and that gives a good platform to perform at a particular level. And at the same time, students should not think that they have overachieved of something. They should be proud of their achievements. So definitely it's a very proud moment for any teacher to see their students doing so well. So yes, they are definitely impactful, and they give the right set of impressions on students' mind also, that they have definitely done something else apart from having an academic activities. I have got so many memorable and magnificent victories with you all. I have always been overwhelmed by fabulous work that you have done. I can forever say I'm very proud. Just keep the spirits up. Remember one thing, you cannot lose until you lose. Till that time, you're always in hunt.